What if I revealed that the middle class isn't just struggling, it's being methodically wiped out? This isn't some wild conspiracy involving extraterrestrials or random misfortune. It's a deliberate system crafted to make you feel like you're succeeding while you're quietly sinking. Sounds like a stretch? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand precisely why the middle class is evaporating and, crucially, how to ensure you don't vanish with it. I'm breaking this down into 7 critical stages that expose the truth and offer a way out. No fluff, no filler. Let's dive straight into Stage 1. Stage 1. The mirage of middle-class comfort. For generations, you've been sold a glossy promise. Go to college, secure a steady job, buy a house, and you're set for life. It's the classic American dream, playbook, or whatever version your country pushes. But here's the brutal reality. That dream is as obsolete as a pager in 2025. The middle class is ensnared in what I call the comfort mirage. You're lulled into complacency by a regular paycheck, but inflation sneaks in like a thief, eroding its value year after year. That house you're so proud of? It's billed as your ticket to wealth, but property taxes, maintenance costs, and fluctuating interest rates can transform it into a financial vortex. And that stable job? One corporate merger, a bad quarter, or a new AI tool, and your so-called security vanishes like smoke. This mirage is seductive because it feels safe. You've got the picket fence, the reliable sedan, maybe a summer getaway to a budget resort. It looks like success, but it's a fragile facade. A single unexpected expense, a hospital bill, a car repair, or a broken water heater, and your carefully constructed life crumbles. This is why countless middle-class families, despite earning what seems like a decent income, live paycheck to paycheck, always one crisis away from disaster. Let me paint a picture with my friend Mark, a 40-year-old accountant with a mortgage and 2 kids. On paper, he's the poster child for stability. But after taxes, rising grocery prices, and childcare costs, he's left with barely enough for a movie night. That's not living the dream. It's surviving in disguise. The comfort mirage isn't just a personal trap, it's a societal one. You're told to keep chasing this outdated model, but the rules have changed, and no one sent you the memo. If this is the trap, what's the bait that keeps you hooked? Let's move to Stage 2. Stage 2. The debt spiral that binds you. Debt isn't just a financial tool, it's the middle class's silent captor. From credit cards to student loans to car financing, the system bombards you with the siren song of buy now, pay later. But that later is a trap that never lets go. Lenders and corporations thrive on keeping you just comfortable enough to keep borrowing, but never free enough to break loose. They dangle irresistible offers, 0% interest for 6 months, cashback rewards, or low monthly payments that feel like a steal. But here's the catch. Pay only the minimum, and interest compounds like a runaway train. That $2,000 TV you financed. Over a few years, it could cost you double. Debt doesn't just sap your finances. It plays with your emotions. It creates an illusion of affordability, letting you enjoy a lifestyle today that chains your future to endless payments. Miss a payment, and penalties stack up like bricks. Try to climb out, and hidden fees drag you back down. It's a cycle engineered to keep you dependent, not empowered. Take my friend Emily, a 32-year-old teacher with $70,000 in student loans. She landed a $48,000 a year job, which sounds solid, but after rent, loan payments, and a car loan, she's barely scraping by. Add a credit card she used for emergencies and a vacation she financed to de-stress, and she's trapped in a financial prison. This isn't just a personal failing, it's a systemic design. Banks profit from your interest payments. Retailers push consumption to keep their profits soaring, and buy now, pay later schemes are the shiny bait. The system is rigged to keep you playing a game where the house always wins. I could make a whole video breaking down how to escape this debt spiral. Let me know in the comments if you want it. But for now, who's holding the reins of this trap? Let's uncover Stage 3. Stage 3. The stealth tax of inflation. Here's a villain that sneaks into your life without a vote or a warning: inflation. It's the invisible tax that hits everyone, but the middle class feels it most. Your paycheck stays flat, but the cost of everything, groceries, rent, utilities, that morning coffee, climbs steadily. That latte you love? You might as well invest in the coffee shop at this point. Inflation doesn't just raise prices. It erodes the value of every dollar you earn or save. Your savings account? Losing purchasing power daily. Your emergency fund? Shrinking in effectiveness month by month. The wealthy dodge this trap by holding assets, stocks, real estate, businesses that grow with or outpace inflation. But the middle class, reliant on wages and cash savings, is left vulnerable. Inflation is like a silent pickpocket, taking a little at a time until you realize your wallet's nearly empty. I remember when $100 could fill a grocery cart to the brim. Now, it barely covers a week's essentials, and the receipt feels like a personal insult. Imagine what that $100 will buy in 15 years if you don't act to counter inflation's erosion. Here's a real-world example. My cousin Rachel, a nurse, saved diligently for years. But with inflation creeping up, her $10,000 emergency fund buys less today than it did 5 years ago. She's not spending recklessly. She's just losing ground because the system isn't built to protect her. If you're serious about breaking free from this middle-class squeeze, we've got a full playlist with strategies to transform your financial future. Subscribe and check it out to start building real wealth. Inflation's bad enough, but there's a bigger scam hiding in its shadow. Let's move to Stage 4. Stage 4. The wage stagnation swindle. While the cost of living rockets upward, your wages are stuck in quicksand. Over the past few decades, worker productivity has skyrocketed. Technology and efficiency have made us more valuable than ever. But your paycheck? It's barely budged. Companies pocket the lion's share of profits while you're left covering the rising costs of housing, healthcare, and education. You're working longer hours, maybe juggling a side gig or two, and still feel like you're running on a treadmill, exhausted but going nowhere. Employers mask this stagnation with shiny distractions, free office snacks, casual dress codes, or a company gym membership. But these perks don't pay your bills. The cost of a home has tripled in many places. Healthcare is a budget killer, and college tuition is a pipe dream for many without loans. Yet, your salary remains anchored to the past. This isn't an accident. It's a system that prioritizes corporate profits and shareholder payouts over your financial stability. If your income hasn't grown significantly in the last decade, you're effectively earning less than you were, even if the numbers on your paycheck haven't changed. Consider my friend Sam, a graphic designer. 10 years ago, his $50,000 salary felt comfortable. Today, it barely covers his rent and groceries, let alone savings or investments. The math is unforgiving. His purchasing power is shrinking, and he's working harder just to maintain the same lifestyle. Wage stagnation also creates fear. You cling to your job, terrified of losing even the scraps you have, which gives employers more leverage to keep wages low. The middle class is trapped in survival mode, too busy hustling to challenge the system. Why don't we talk about this more? Because the next trap keeps you distracted. Stage 5. The lifestyle inflation trap. You finally get that raise or promotion, and what's the first thing you do? Upgrade your car, move to a bigger apartment, or book a dream vacation. It feels like you're leveling up, but you're actually tightening the chains. Every lifestyle upgrade comes with new expenses, higher payments, bigger bills, more maintenance. Marketers, influencers, and social media fuel this trap, convincing you that happiness is just one purchase away. A new phone, designer clothes, or a subscription box you'll forget about in a month. This trap is as psychological as it is financial. Society equates spending with success, and social media amplifies the pressure with curated feeds of luxury vacations and perfect homes. You're pushed to keep up with friends, neighbors, or even strangers online, even if it drains your bank account. People mortgage their futures for fleeting validation. Likes on Instagram don't pay your bills, but they sure feel good in the moment. Take my colleague Laura, for instance. She got a $10,000 raise and immediately upgraded to a luxury apartment. The higher rent, utilities, and furnishing costs swallowed her raise, and then some. She thought she was moving up, but she's just locked into a more expensive treadmill. That raise could have been invested in stocks or a side business, building real wealth. Instead, it's gone to landlords and lifestyle creep. The lifestyle trap ensures that every extra dollar you earn is spent, not saved or invested, keeping you stuck in the middle-class grind. The system doesn't stop at your spending habits. It's designed to keep you from climbing the economic ladder. Let's uncover Stage 6. Stage 6. The wealth gap conspiracy. Here's a golden rule to carry with you forever. The rich invest, the middle class spends. Wealthy people build fortunes through assets, stocks, rental properties, businesses that grow over time and generate income while they sleep. The middle class, meanwhile, focuses on saving cash that loses value to inflation or buying liabilities like oversized homes, fancy cars, or gadgets that drain resources. The wealth gap isn't just about earnings, it's about what you do with them. The system tilts the playing field. The wealthy have access to exclusive networks, financial advisors, and tax loopholes that amplify their growth. They reinvest profits, leverage assets to acquire more, and use legal strategies to minimize taxes. The middle class, however, is taught to play it safe, avoid the stock market, fear risk, and park money in savings accounts that barely earn interest. This isn't a coincidence. It's a design that rewards ownership and punishes wage earners. For example, a wealthy investor might buy a multi-unit rental property that pays for itself through tenants and appreciates over time. A middle-class family might take on a mortgage for a bigger home that costs them thousands monthly without generating income. Same debt, wildly different outcomes. My friend Carlos, a small business owner, bought a commercial property that now earns him passive income. Meanwhile, his sister Maria bought a dream home that eats up her income with no return. The system favors those who own, not those who earn. Without shifting from consumer to investor, the middle class will keep falling further behind as the wealthy surge ahead. But here's the silver lining. You're not doomed to disappear. Stage 7 shows you how to break free from this vanishing act. Stage 7. Escaping the middle class trap. The middle class's erosion isn't inevitable. You can rewrite your story. It starts with a radical shift in how you view money. Stop trading every hour of your life for a paycheck and start building income streams that work for you, even when you're not. Invest in high-value skills, coding, negotiation, or niche expertise that make you indispensable and boost your earning potential beyond a stagnant salary. Dive into personal finance and investing. Even modest, consistent investments in low-cost index funds, dividend-paying stocks, or real estate can compound into life-changing wealth over time. Shift your identity from consumer to owner. Before every purchase, ask, will this generate wealth or drain it? Live below your means, not to live like a hermit, but to free up cash for opportunities. Build a robust emergency fund to shield yourself from debt traps when life throws curveballs, like medical bills or job loss. Automate your savings, cut frivolous expenses, and redirect that money into assets that grow. Mindset is everything. The wealthy think decades ahead, planting seeds today that grow into financial forests tomorrow. Adopt their habits. Read books on wealth building, seek mentors, join communities of like-minded people, and take calculated risks. My friend Aisha is a perfect example. She started a freelance graphic design gig on the side, invested $200 a month into an ETF, and within 6 years, her investments generated more than her day job. She didn't win the lottery. She just learned the rules of the game and played them better. Protect your progress by resisting lifestyle inflation. Reinvest your gains, explore tax-advantaged accounts like IRAs, and leverage legal strategies to keep more of your earnings. You can't overhaul the system overnight, but you can stop playing by its losing rules and start exploiting its loopholes to your advantage. Here's the final wake-up call. The middle class is fading because it was never built to last. It was a temporary buffer, a comforting illusion of security between the wealthy and the struggling. To thrive, you need to think like the top 1%. Invest strategically, diversify your income, and sidestep the traps designed to keep you stuck. The choice is yours. Remain trapped in the disappearing act or outsmart the system to build lasting wealth. If this video opened your eyes, drop "I'm upper class" in the comments to commit to breaking free. Want more actionable insights? We've got a video breaking down 12 micro habits that instantly position you as upper class. Click the link on your screen to dive in. Subscribe, join our community, and let's build your financial future together. See you in the next one.